Hello, good evening, and thanks for joining us. Welcome to Off Script on Lagos Television. I am Adetola Coyote. Off Script is a program designed to take you off the script. Unusual narrations, taking you off the script of the usual narrations on issues and happenings around us. Just last week, we took a look at the Minister of State for Education's proposal on introducing finishing schools for graduates after the completion of your courses. For a lot of people, sounds like an interesting narrative to it, but then why not infuse it in school curriculums rather than introduce another extra year, coupled with the fact that so many students don't know when they will graduate from school. Different strike actions at one particular time or the other can also, put a stop to their education or some delay sort of. So that's what we talked about last week on the show, and today on the program today is May 26th, and we are dedicating this edition to children to celebrate the International Children's Day. And of course, we'll allow you to join us in our discussion by logging on to our Facebook page, our Twitter handle page, and of course Instagram. It is at Offscript LTV, Offscript LTV, and of course we have phone numbers that you can also send in your messages and WhatsApp and text messages. We'll take a very short break and we'll open up with infograms, and this is all the internet issues happening around us, issues trending on the social media. That's what infograms is all about today, and on Off Script, it's all about you. We'll take this short break.
This week on Offgrams. On Offgram this week, we are ready to serve you interesting stories. Our first story today is on how Nigerians in Nigeria are treated by their foreign bosses. At Instablock Ninja, worker knocked off Indian boss 7 tooth over unpaid salary. Look at Samuel Joshua Niyu. Who's to be blamed? Is it the hungry, angry worker or the self-centered boss who is owing? Most people take sides with the worker. At Emmy_Famuchi, we need to contribute some accolades for this guy, Jari. At Esilala says, Yusuf falls his hand. You can do better, Joe. So you mean say if I come out 14? At Young Erikin sees it as slavery. He says modern slavery still exists in Nigeria. Maybe mini jump question. And on to the next one. The next story is alarming. Wonders they say will never end. At Instablock Ninja, proprietor principal tie pupils to cross, flog them for lateness. I don't understand what education in this country is turning to. At Folba says, this is torture, not discipline. At Son_off_Phillips, somebody that used to beat his teachers, gatesman, and court members, this is ridiculous. Gosh. At Miladiva, what is this one again? Can't the principal just flog them? Which one is the cross thing safe? I wonder. The principal should be checked. Our last story for today is about a hard-working Nigerian youth, not a lazy youth. Man shows off his cute 21 years female mechanic. At Jojo Kingsley, my 21-year-old female auto mechanic. She's always on point. She has been fixing my cars for more than 2 years. At Allergic Paid, God bless our hustle. All the slay mamas and slay queens. Can you see this? At J_Sugarby is very impressed. This one is a neat mechanical. Please call her mechanical engineer. God bless you on my way. And Mr. Well 2101, so fine. And all I pray for her is to get so big in life and have a caring, good husband to crown it all. I just love women that struggle hard against all odds. This one must be a pastor. And so we sign off this week's episode of Off Script.
You're watching Off Script on Lagos Television. Doesn't have to end here. We can continue the conversations online.
Okay, we take a few reactions from Facebook posts. We have this post from Quadri Adelawa.
about you?
Well, thank you for staying tuned. It's still Off Script on Lagos Television. And today on the program, we are taking a look at ensuring effective communication between parents and children. According to the United Nations, established in 1964, the International Children's Day was earmarked May 27 to be celebrated, and of course to ensure that policymakers and of course families see a need to the personal development of children, and that's why we're celebrating them today on the show. And I have two of them in-house today. I have Adedayo Adetutu in-house. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. All right, Olamide Obadun, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Adedayo, do you want to tell us your age and your school?
10 years old and I'm from Pacific Nursery and Primary School.
Okay, and you?
I'm 15 years old and I attend Queen's College, Yaba, Lagos.
Okay, 5 years apart, so we have two different school of thoughts. Okay, let me start with you. What does Children's Day mean to you?
It means celebrating the whole children in the world. Apart from being free, you're going to be happy, fun, enjoyment, going places with your parents, making them feel like that's the day you own to yourself.
Okay, and for you, what does it mean?
Children's Day is a day that you celebrate children all over the world. Those that suffer from hunger, poverty, and slavery. There are many children in the world like that, so we need to help them on this day. Thank you.
On this very day, do you think just one day is enough? Are you very happy with just one day?
If I could change it, I could make it a month or a
Okay.
year.
Okay, so what would you be doing in the whole month?
I'll be feeding the poor and the hungry.
Wow, sounds nice, great. And you?
It should be more often because it's more all the children in the world are happy the way they are. It should be more often, like if you have the money, if I've given everything, the power and all, I can make it like twice in a month or so to make it easier for all children. They'll also be happy.
Okay.
Things like that.
All right. We're talking about effective communication here, and if for you, for instance, if you want to ask your parents for something, okay, which for some people they prefer to go to daddy or mommy. If you want to ask something, who do you go to?
Mostly my dad.
Why?
Because most times my mom is always busy. While my dad, most times he goes to work, but sometimes he comes early.
Okay. And for you?
I asked my mom because I'm
Your
more
mom.
closer to her. Then my dad, I was close to him when I was small, but now I realize that you need to be closer to your mom because you realize she's your best friend. There are some things you can't tell your dad, you have to tell your mom. So I'm more closer to my mom. I ask her for anything I need.
Wow. That sounds like a twist. A lot of people would say that most boys are closer to their mom, while most girls are closer to their dad.
I was closer to my dad when I was little, but when I started growing, I realized there are some things I can't tell my father that I have to tell my mom. So I'm more closer to my mom than my dad now.
Okay. And for you, are there specific things you just go to your dad for, or specific things you just go to your mom, or everything you just go to your dad?
I can go to anyone
Oh, no.
for anything,
Okay.
but most times it's my dad.
Is there a particular way you go? You know, do you cajole them? What if they say no? You ask for something and they say no.
I change my facial expression
To what?
to a sad face.
To a sad face. And are you sure to get it?
Yes, it works.
It works. They're listening. What if the next time and you use it again and it doesn't work again? Another time.
I'll change it.
Okay. And for you, is there a plan? Is there theatrics to it?
Same thing, but sometimes I cajole them, but not all the time because my mom is a disciplinarian that doesn't really answer to everything I ask for. But there's some specific things I ask my dad instead. I don't like to ask my mom for it. But my mom, I ask her for things like sanitary pads and all. My dad, maybe if I'm going out with my friends and I need money, because my mom won't allow that. So I ask my dad.
So you know the positives of each and every,
Yes.
the both of them.
Yes.
Okay. How about caning? Does your dad beat you or your mom?
My dad is when he wants you like 10 times and you don't cooperate.
Then it brings out the pancere. Do you like it then, or do you prefer? Some children would rather prefer you talk to them than beat. For some it's vice versa. Which one do you?
Talking.
Talking. You prefer it?
Yes.
Would it make you cry at times?
No.
No. So why do you prefer? That means it's not touching you. Does that mean it's not touching you? Or you're not feeling, him or her correcting you?
Sometimes it's just word of advice my dad give me, and I'll say I'm sorry, and I'm free.
And you're free. Okay. And you?
Me, sometimes I prefer them talking to me rather than beating me. My dad doesn't beat me at all. My mom is when she warns you for like up to 3 times and you don't listen to her. She brings out a cane, like you said, pancere.
But do you like it then?
I don't like it. Even when they talk to me sometimes, I feel like I cry sometimes because it's really painful to see them angry at me and that disappointed look on their face. I don't like it, so sometimes I cry. No, but I later say I'm sorry.
Okay then. We'll take a few reactions from the public and we'll continue this conversation, but let's see what the people think about effective communication between parents and children. Okay, we'll take it as soon as it is ready, but you can also be part of this conversation by logging on to our Facebook page at Offscript LTV. You can also tweet at us at Offscript LTV or send in your messages to 080-5521-3149, 080-5521-3149. We'll give you another number so you can call in and be part of this discussion. Right now, let's take the report.
You're watching Off Script on Lagos Television doesn't have to end here. We can continue the conversations online.
Okay, we take a few reactions from Facebook posts. We have this post from Quadri Adelawa.
It's all about you.
Children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. Children are the hands by which we take hold of heaven. Communication is a vital ingredient of existence, and as Nigeria joins the rest of the world in celebrating the year 2018 Children's Day celebration, how essential is communication between children and their parents?
Helps the parents to know more about their children, and children be able to make their complaints to their parents when need be.
Or if communication between a child and a parent is epileptic, there is problem. That's the beginning of crisis in the family, because as soon as a child starts going wayward, he or she would not feel free to tell the mom or the dad, and that's the beginning of failure in the family.
It's normal. Parents communicate with their children. Like if the children have a problem in the education sector, maybe they are going through problem or sickness, parents can try their best or advise their children on what to do. Well, 95% of parents in Nigeria advise their children, while 5% of them don't give attention to their children.
Communication is very, very essential. It makes you at every point in time understand how the child feels. You'll be able to respond responsibly if you open a channel for disclosure. There are times the child might be going through some challenges, and the nearest person that the child sees should be the parent.
While communication builds up bonding in the family structure, what are the offshoots of communication breakdown?
If you don't communicate with them, they will go astray. They will continue to do what they like. They are children. If nobody corrects them, they will not be able to do what they ought to do, because children are full with their own mind.
Parents, they don't communicate with children. It will make the children to feel
somehow, as if they are not part of the family. And then it will also not give them a good chance to be able to cope with other children in the school. Because the way the children are treated at home is what we come to see in the school.
Who do you communicate more with between your father and mother?
My mom, because I feel she's cool, and she can talk to my dad. I can't face my dad. My mommy, why? Because she's always around, and anytime I share my feelings with her, she always tells me what to do.
I also belong to that school of thought, because I'll tell you I'm closer to my mom than my dad. Why? Because dads are usually fierce. You have just a very minute percentage of dads that are really friendly with their kids. Most dads are always very strict. When you say, I will tell your daddy, it is like you're telling them, you're reporting them to Jesus Christ. Do you understand? So that has been a norm. So every growing child grows up with that fear of the dad, naturally. While the mom, due to the fact that yes, they carried you 9 months, they would not watch you go astray. So they tend to, when dad beats you, they're the one who call you to order and say, hey, my son, don't worry, don't mind daddy, don't mind daddy. So they look like the Mr. Nice guy, they look like the better person, and then it's like that generally.
Mother is very close to the children, you know. Mother is the one that gives birth to the children, and they suck the breast of the mother. And then you will see that they are very, because of that, because of the relationship, they are very close to the mother, more than the father.
As we celebrate this year's Children's Day, how can parents enhance communication between them and their children?
To me, I feel fathers although some children think that their dad, they are too harsh. So fathers should learn to care more and ask their children questions to develop their communication with them.
Yeah, when the fathers come back from their place of work, they should try to relate with their children. Ask about their own work, ask about their welfare in the school, what they have studied and how they have fared in the school. It will help them.
We need to have a time called special time when I can talk to you. You can feel free to tell me anything. Or for example, if you really need my attention, all you need to say is, Mommy, now we need to talk. And you say it twice. I then know that the child really wants to talk to me. So I think parents should have their code words for saying, this child wants me to listen, and I'm under the obligation to listen to her, even though I'm under pressure, maybe from office, while coming home, or even matrimonial problems.
They are to be trained, loved, disciplined, and pampered. Communication is the tool to achieve this.
Okay, thank you. We thank you for still staying tuned, and you can still be part of our discussion by calling 081 126 68143 0811 266 8143. You can also send in your messages to 080-5521-3149, 5521-3149 for your WhatsApp or text messages. Okay, you listen to a couple of people there, and let me ask you, who do you fear most, your dad or your mom?
My dad.
Your dad. Why?
Because my dad really knows how to beat.
Oh, he knows how to beat, so you fear him more than your mom. Does your mom beat you at all?
My mom does not really beat, but she'll drag your hair.
And that can be painful. I know about that. How about you?
I fear my mom a lot.
A lot? A lot? Why?
She's a disciplinarian. She doesn't take things like so lightly. It's the slightest mistake, and she knows I meant to do this at the right time.
But does that mean your dad over pampers you?
No, he doesn't touch me, but he warns me.
Okay.
I fear him, but not up to my mom.
Okay. All right. Are there times when you feel that your parents aren't listening to you?
No.
No. So you have your way most of the times?
Yes.
Most of the times you have your way. Well, whatever you tell them, they take it?
Not everything.
Okay. So at times when you really, really want something, or you want them to understand you and they don't really understand you, how do you go about it?
I try again until they understand.
Okay, and if they don't understand?
I leave them alone and tell them another time.
Okay, because you understand that there's this proverb that says that whatever an older person sees sitting down, even if a young person stands up, might not see it, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's cool. What do you do when you think they are not listening to you?
I sometimes try again, or I tell my grandma to help me tell them, or someone related to me, like closer to me, that I know that if she calls my mom or my dad that I need to talk to them or something, they can answer me. So I tell sometimes I tell my grandma, my uncle most of the time. Sometimes my dad prefers doing the talking.
Okay.
Like if he's around, I can tell dad I need this, and he will tell my mom even when I'm not there.
Oh, great. Okay. How about preferential treatment between you and your older one? Are you the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a younger one?
Yes.
How many?
One.
Just one. So two of you. Do you think that they love one person more than the other?
No.
How do you know?
Because we've asked them a lot of times.
And you think they'll tell you the truth? Though?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds great. You sound so confident. How about you?
I'm the only child.
The only child. How do you feel about that?
I'm not lonely because I have my cousins around me.
Okay.
I don't really feel bad because sometimes they give me all what I need, what I ask for.
Wow, that's cool. But a lot of people say that only childs are...
Okay, pamper.
Yes.
Not all the time. My mom, she doesn't take it. She doesn't pamper me. My daddy doesn't. No one pampers me.
Okay. And how do you feel about children? This is a society where people talk politics, economy, and all of that. Do you have opinions about Nigeria? How much do you love Nigeria?
A lot, but in some ways, Nigeria, I don't really watch about Nigeria.
How?
I don't
Why?
know much about Nigeria. I don't watch news that much.
You don't watch news that much, but are you comfortable with the situation around you?
No.
No. And you want a change?
Yes.
In what aspect?
Economy.
Okay. Hello. All right. Okay, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from? You can mute your TV set so you can hear us clearly, okay? If you want to speak with us on the show, please mute your TV, reduce the volume of your TV set, tell us your name and where you're calling from. And the number to call is 0811-266-8143. 0811-266-8143. And the number is on your screen, okay? The number is on your screen. You can also send in messages to 080-5521-3149. Ogunlana Anoluapo, thank you for sending a message. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm from Ikorodu.
Okay, what's your name?
Are we online for...
Yes, you're watching off script. Mute your TV set, talk to us. There's so much noise. Oh, okay, I know Oluwapo Ogunlana. Okay. Okay. You can still call in, but reduce the volume of your TV set. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, okay? And if that was you, I know Oluwapo Ogunlana, thanks for sending in your message, and I hope your question has been answered. All right. Yeah. How do you feel about Nigeria?
Nigeria is good. I like Nigeria. But there's sometimes the recession and all that is going on in the country. I just wish sometimes it could change, but I'm still waiting for the change because the change doesn't happen in one day. Just like APC, no. I'm just waiting for the change to happen.
Okay, how about children, the place of children? Do you think that there's enough voice given to the children, or you think adults should decide for children all of the time?
To me, I think children have feelings too. They should listen to children more often because sometimes not all what the parents want the children to do that they like. You just have to face it because it's their parent. You just have to do whatever they want. And sometimes some of the parents out there, they feel it's compulsory to do what, like for them to when they tell the children to do something, they feel it's compulsory for the child to do it. And sometimes you have to.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good evening, what they call it, this Offscript.
Yes, it is. Thanks for joining us. What's your name and where you calling
This is
from?
Jacqueline calling from Adoye. How are you, Aditola?
I'm great, thank you. And you?
I'm very fine, thank you. And Adoye is very cold this time.
Fantastic. Please go ahead with your contribution.
This is a very nice evening, and we thank God that it's another Children's Day for our children. But the country that we are in, I don't think the government is doing that much for the children. I don't think they are looking forward to the future because it is very important that we take care of these children. We provide all they need from when they grow up. The parents have to do their side. The community will do their own as a whole. And I'm trying to implore the children to be well trained, to look out for future and know what they're doing. Congratulations, Nigerian children. That's my submission this evening, Aditola.
Thank you so much. The government is doing a lot for the children. Some states have free education for primary and secondary school students, and there are also scholarships at the university level. Indeed, it's all of this is not just for the present day. Is also for the future, establishing so many infrastructure. The only thing is that, as Oliver tours, Nigerians still they want more, right? Okay then. All right. Paying attention to your needs, and of course, how about in school? You know, how do you feel about the rights of the Nigerian child in schools?
Every Nigerian child has rights and privileges to all what they need, but sometimes it's not all the time your parents or the school management or the government have to, like, I'll explain. You can ask your mom for something. She might not have the money or the ability to do it. Then she can just shout at you and be like, I don't have it and stuff like that. The child won't, like, she won't be happy with it. And sometimes the school management and all, if you ask for this, maybe you need to go exit to go home or so.
That can be difficult at times, right? But it's just for the development of the children, though. And of course, their safety, because a whole lot is happening concerning that too.
Security and all.
Okay. All right. For you, have you decided what you want to study later on in life, or your profession?
I like to study aeronautical engineering.
Wow, sounds great. Do you have did your dad or mom have any influence on that, or how did you come to that conclusion?
About 50% of my family works at airports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I'll get back to you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
I'm from Ayo.
Okay. What's your name? Ayo, from where?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm from Odoguyan.
From Odoguyan. Okay. Please go ahead and mute the volume of your TV set. Are you still there? Okay, please, once you get connected, reduce the volume of your TV set. Hello? Hello? Okay. Most of your family friends or your uncles, aunties, they work at the airport.
Yes.
And you feel you should just go into aeronautics engineering?
It's not because they work there. It's because when I go into that environment, I feel like that's where I'm meant to be.
Wow. That's good. And have you started having a mentor sort of from there? Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. Think about it. It's something you should look into, okay? All right. And how about you? What do you want to study, or what's your preferred profession?
Neurosurgeon. I want to be a neurosurgeon in life.
Wow. That's nice. How did you come to that conclusion? Daddy and mommy?
Yeah, they are in support of it.
Okay.
At first, I wanted to be a medical doctor, but I wanted more complicated than that.
You can handle complicated things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what steps are you making towards that?
So in my school, we have the guidance and counseling.
Okay.
So sometimes, especially when we get entering SS1, they sat all of us down, even brought our parents to the school to mentor us. They told us things are meant to do, steps guiding how we can be what we want to be in life.
Okay, I'll get back to you so you can tell us what you know about it. But we have somebody on the line. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mr. Adekoyi.
Okay.
Calling from Agodo.
From Agodo. Thanks for calling. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Yes. You're welcome. I've been following the program and really very interesting.
Thank you.
Yes, I've been following your program and it's really very interesting.
Thank you so much.
I'm very pleased with the girl child there.
Okay.
I'm very pleased with the role the mother is playing. She's a strong mother. And I like the way she does. I like the way she is very disciplined. In spite of that, from what I can get, the girl is still very affectionate about his mother. I think that is a family where the roles have been properly articulated and they've gotten it very well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adekoye. Thank you for your contribution. Is there a particular way you get across to your children? Is there a particular way you communicate with them? Do you have a style that you use in communicating with them? Are you still there? Okay. Thank you for calling in. I just wanted to find out if some parents have their own way. Does your mom come maybe at night or your dad to talk to you, you know, maybe a special time, even in daytime? Do you have special session with you?
Yes.
Okay. Does it work?
Yes, they give me word of advice and words of counseling.
Well, okay, and for you?
Yeah, my mom does it a lot, especially in the midnight. She just comes to my room, wake me up, and start telling me things premarital sex and all, how to, when you're on your menses, stay away from boys, don't talk to strangers, and all. My dad does most of the talking sometimes.
Okay, that's good. I was going to ask you the other time, continue with neurosurgeon. What do you know about it?
Neurosurgeon.
Looks like we have another call. Hello? Hello, good evening. Yes, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, Miss Adekoye here again.
Oh, okay, yes. I was asking you if you have a special way in communicating with your children. I don't know how old they are or when they were younger.
Yes, indeed.
You're still listening via the TV.
Well, yes, I have two children. They are just at the age range of the two future leaders we have over there.
Okay.
Yes, the future leaders we have over there, they are just the same age range.
Okay. So how do you communicate?
On a daily basis. I take them to school, we discuss in the car, and virtually everything we do together in the kitchen, on the table, every time we talk.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Adekoye, thanks. We got your point. Thank you for calling in. What would you like to say to parents? You know, in order that the parents and children can be on the same page. You know, at times there are things are there things you don't want to tell your parents or you're afraid to tell them?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. But is there anything that you want parents to do for children always? An opportunity to ask your daddy for something.
We are the leaders of tomorrow. It's not everything we ask for that we should be giving, because sometimes we are over-pampered and we don't make good use of it. So it's when we need, it's not when we want that we should be giving things. And It's only when things are important that we should be giving.
Okay, great. Nice one from you. And you?
I feel parents should listen more. They should have a particular time or particular code, I guess. When a child goes to meet the parents, like, I want to talk to you, they should know that it's something very important. And it's not all the things children ask for they should be given, because sometimes they get spoiled and over-pampered. So, everything, feel good, tell your parents anything you want. But there are sometimes you feel you don't want to tell them things. Like my parents, they feel I'm secretive, but I'm not. I'm just trying to tell them that I'm not.
Okay, they feel you're secretive.
Yes, I keep things, but I'm not. So they should always, all children out there in the world, they should always open up to their parents. If they have bullies in school, for example, they should tell their parents like I had.
You had one in school. I would love to hear. How did you deal with it?
I was in JS one day in Queen's College. Her name was Miriam. Then during the visiting day, I told my dad I know. Then fortunately she was passing by us. Then I told my dad that this the girl. My dad told her to stop bullying his child and all. Like, it's not fair that don't she have younger ones. And I don't really know how to shout at people because I don't fancy it.
Okay.
So when we got to dormitory that day, she apologized and
wow, that's cool. She's also a good girl then. All right. Thank you so much for coming on to the show and sharing your thoughts with us. Happy Children's Day to you, and we wish you the very best in life.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Same
you.
to you, because you're also a child.
Yes, I am. I'm a child, you know. Thank you so much. Happy Children's Day. And that's our edition on Off Script today. We thank you for being a part of it. It's so much fun with Olamide and Abdullahi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I leave you with this. If everyone around you is doing something wrong, ensure you do the right thing. And one of the right things that I see around, don't put your child less than 12 in front of your vehicle. They should always sit at the back and have them strapped. Okay? Even at the back seat, have them strapped. All right. We'll see you next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Happy Children's Day.
You're watching Off Script on Lagos Television doesn't have to end here. We can continue the conversations online.
Okay, we take a few reactions from Facebook posts. We have this post from Quadri Adelawa.
It's all about you.